Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're exploring a truly fascinating new application, one that basically takes human energy and physical assets and transforms them into this massive, gamified digital economy. We're looking at a system that completely rethinks how we interact with the brands, products, and sports we absolutely love. It actually combines the utility of asset-backed tokenization with the sheer thrill of a sports betting application, all starting right on the golf course. So picture this, a world where your everyday actions and even everyday physical items are converted into digital wealth. It creates a massive simulation of value, but without ever feeling like you have to understand some complex, intimidating blockchain. It's designed to be literally as accessible as just playing a casual game on your phone. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with tokenizing the game of golf, move into the life token economy, look at brands, products, and real rewards, explore the secondary market action, and finally look at expanding this to all sports.
All right, Section 1, Tokenizing the Game of Golf.
Through a really simple mobile app, absolutely everything in the golf ecosystem can be tokenized. We're talking about massive companies that produce golf balls, think the Titleist Pro V1, tokenizing their actual products. Golf clubs, courses, entire tournaments can just issue their own tokens. Even professional golfers can tokenize their own persona to create charity or fan tokens. It's a total game changer because it creates direct, highly tangible engagement between fans, players, and these massive global brands. And the flow for the user is incredibly seamless. Let's say a brand like Titleist issues 10 million Pro V1 tokens. You, as a fan, earn those tokens through what the source material calls human energy. Playing the game, engaging with content, winning app competitions. Then, once you hit a certain threshold, say 20,000 tokens, bam, you just trade them in for a physical dozen golf balls sent right to your door. Moving on to Section 2, let's talk about the life token economy. 10 cents. A literal dime. That simple little number is the bedrock of this entire platform. The underlying currency of this whole simulation is called life, and it is strictly pegged at exactly 10 cents per token. What's super fascinating here is how the ecosystem maintains its stability. Because that life token is always valued at 10 cents, you know exactly what it's worth. You can get it by swiping a credit card with normal fiat currency or by spending that human energy we talked about. When a brand issues a token, it's ultimately just a manifestation of this life token. By anchoring everything to this 10-cent peg, the system allows for all this crazy, massive volatility and gamification on the surface while keeping a completely safe, stable foundation underneath. Let's jump into Section 3, brands, products, and real rewards. Now, the platform offers incredible flexibility for creators, and there's a big contrast here. Giant brands can inject massive capital using funded tokens. Basically, they pre-purchase their own tokens to give away, which instantly injects real inherent value into the game. But on the flip side, what if you're a scrappy new golf startup? Well, you can issue unfunded tokens for just a minimal minting fee. They start with no upfront value, but can be used for things like app entry, special VIP access, or future discounts. And those unfunded tokens, they actually become a massively powerful tool. When an investor or a fan buys a brand's unfunded token, they're converting their life tokens to do it. The platform takes a small cut, sure, but it generates a massive 80% revenue share straight back to the issuing brand or startup. It's essentially a crowdsourced funding mechanism for new golf tech, courses, and simulators. And the real-world rewards, honestly, they can be staggering. Imagine a fan spending just a couple $100, heavily engaging in the app, watching videos, and leveraging the market to rack up 200,000 Callaway tokens. They could ultimately redeem that stack for a life-changing $100,000 golf trip with a professional. No joke. Callaway gets unprecedented engagement, takes the tokens back, and can just reissue them to keep the whole cycle spinning. Okay, Section 4, the secondary market action. This is where things get really fun. Interoperability is the true heart of the action here. Every single token in the ecosystem is interoperable. That means you can seamlessly swap your Titleist tokens directly for Callaway tokens. Every single user is essentially acting as a market maker and liquidity provider, simply because everything is ultimately settled in that base 10-cent life token we talked about earlier. Because the value of these brand tokens is dynamic, the exchange rates are constantly fluctuating. For example, if Callaway announces one of those massive giveaways, their tokens suddenly become incredibly desirable. Out of nowhere, the market demand might shift so much that you need 2 Titleist tokens in exchange for just 1 Callaway token. The users are completely dictating the value. So the crucial takeaway is that this creates a massive betting and trading ecosystem right there on your phone. An advanced AI system is constantly operating in the background, calculating these circuitous swap routes and arbitrage opportunities, moving you from token A to token B to token C just to find the best value. It is highly volatile. It is deeply gamified. But, and this is absolutely vital to avoid securities laws, these tokens can never be redeemed for cash, only for real-world products, services, and experiences. To summarize the underlying mechanics, there's a line from the source material that captures it perfectly. It points out that while the surface looks like a chaotic, exciting video game of brands competing for your attention, the reality is that every single transaction is securely routed through and settles in that stable life token. Finally, Section 5. Expanding to all sports. Because honestly, golf is just the starting point. This exact same tokenization framework can seamlessly migrate to the NFL, Major League Baseball, the minor leagues, college sports, frankly, any ecosystem that has a dedicated, passionate fan base that's eager to interact with their favorite brands and athletes. Looking at the big picture, this creates a universally beneficial ecosystem. It unites fans looking for awesome rewards, major brand advertisers desperate for genuine engagement, athletes looking to monetize their personas, and startups trying to raise capital. All of them pulled into a single, cohesive digital economy powered entirely by real-world actions. As we blur the lines between physical engagement and digital wealth, a whole new frontier opens up. So the biggest question I want to leave you with today is, how will you play the game of life? What real-world actions will you tokenize with your human energy?